I've talked about how a system being online all the time would be a fucking terrible thing to do altogether. It'd be just slamming your head directly into a brick wall. There is no way that it's going to be a good thing because there's too many issues with it. Too many. Too fucking many. And anybody that sat there arguing it basically had their head up the ass of Microsoft, and they were like, I just love seeing that brand name, just fucking rub it all over myself. Look, if you respect a company so much, you will call them out on their own fucking bullshit. That's what you do, because if you want them to continue to be that badass bitchin' fucking company of awesomeness incarnate, then you don't want them to go and stray down a path of complete and utter fucking stupidity. And this, frankly, is that. See, with the new Xbox coming out, the Drago or Xbox 720, whatever the fuck they plan on calling it, this is the thing that a lot of people are worried about. See, that rumor mill was churning out that bullshit for the potential PlayStation 4 and the next Xbox. And the people at Sony, they came out and they said, we are not going to have a required internet connection for you to be able to enjoy anything on your system. And the thing is, look, no matter what, even, and I'll tell you this, any motherfucking naysayers, not right now, you want to go and, you want to defend something like this? Here, I will fucking give you my retort and shut your shit the fuck up. When your system is no longer supported, when your certain games are no longer supported, then your system is fucking junk. Your games are fucking junk. Your system is a paperweight, does not do a fucking thing other than mock the shit out of you. Meanwhile, your NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U, your TurboGrafx 16, your Neo Geo AES, your Neo Geo CD. You could have a fuck ton of systems, and guess what? All of them are still going to work. Meanwhile, that fucking Xbox is not going to. The add irony to that, the Xbox and Xbox 360 will still work, whereas that heaping fucking pile will do diddly squat nothing, and that's going to be on you. So if you really want to support that idea, go for it. But whenever a certain game comes out and it doesn't do that well, then suddenly they stop supporting those servers for that game, then you got yourself a really fancy shiny coaster. Maybe turn around, turn into a little compact mirror, put on your makeup, and go blow somebody to get a whole bunch of extra fucking money to go buy some new fucking games, asshole. So let's go and dig a little deeper. Dig deeper into the fucking trenches of this bullshit here. Adam Orth, who's part of Microsoft now, he's actually part of Microsoft Studios. He had some interesting words to go and share with everybody. So interesting that they spawned this video, and they spawned an entire crazy sea of nothing but angry people in response to this bullshit, because the absolute idea of it is ludicrous. He went on his Twitter and he had a whole bunch of wacky things to say, so let's see what this little Dickens had to say to the folks who don't like this idea. Adam Orth went on to go and say on his Twitter, sorry, I don't get the drama around having an always-on console. Every device now is always on. That's the world we live in. Hashtag deal with it. But we have somebody from BioWare who's just oozing with common sense, and I'd love to high-five him. Buy a fucking beer for saying this, Mr. Man v. Hare. He went on to go and say, did you learn nothing from Diablo 3 or SimCity? You know, some people's internet goes out, right? Deal with it is a shit reason. But it couldn't just stop there. No. This fucking train of arrogance has to continue. See, Adam Orth had one more up his fucking sleeve, and that was, electricity goes out too, said Orth. Ha! Oh, that's so fucking funny. And then he had one more to just completely seal this casket shut. The mobile reception in the area I live in is spotty and unreliable. I will not buy a mobile phone. And obviously that's supposed to be sarcasm. Yeah, Adam. What about SimCity 3 and Diablo 3? What about those games that need to be online all the time? What about those? What about the fact that I don't even know a single fucking person who in their right mind, whether they are big time fucking tech geeks and on top of all the current trends and technology and hardware throughout the entire industry, or the fucking people that mess with it casually just to fucking amuse themselves every so often, could ever sit down and tell me with a straight face, without a gun pointed to their fucking cranium, and without being paid afterwards, that yes, having this online all the time would definitely be the bee's knees. If you know what I mean, not a single fucking one of them would want to go and sing that goddamn show tune. I assure you that won't be a fucking top hit. I assure you that nobody's going to fucking like that, and I can assure you something else. One, you responding like this, that just opens up a big fucking can of worms that you obviously can't close now. You think that going and apologizing was going to be good enough? Motherfucker, that was handed down from all your peers up above who saw you going and spreading bullshit around like Nutella on bread, and they were like, oh, hell no, we can't have this shit. You're making us look real bad. I mean, this news is already making them look real bad, but you are currently kind of acting almost like a spokesperson, and we can't have that, so you apologize. Your forced apology doesn't mean shit, because we already got to see the true you, the real you, which is nothing but a sniveling little fucking arrogant twat. And frankly, I'd punch you right in your fucking vagina. If you sat there fucking saying this shit to me, motherfucker, I would sit there and cut Twitter down in fucking half, spread that shit in half like Moses, and I'd knock you the fuck out if you ever sat there and talked down to me. Because you're up on some goddamn fucking pedestal, apparently, thinking you're all high and mighty. Motherfucker, please. Here, you wanna know what? Fuck all that. I'll just tell you flat out. I may be just one person, but I can assure you that I'm not alone when I say this. You want your system to be online all the time, and you think that's the way that shit should be with? Hashtag deal with it. Hashtag suck my fucking nuts. I won't buy your console. I'll take it to the PlayStation 4. And I already have a Wii U. So you lose one respective customer, but this news gets around. Then you lose 2. Then you lose 5. Then 10. Then 20. And then we can keep putting up hands over and over again, just showcasing how fucking many of those customers are like, you know what? That's a bunch of crock. Fuck this. And they go elsewhere. Oh, Adam Orth. That can of worms. I wish you could just seal that up, vacuum seal that shit, and just tuck it away until the system reveal. Don't you wish? And a lot of people, I understand, are probably still excited about the system regardless, because they have a Microsoft console, they love all the titles that are on it, they love all the potential that it could bring forth, and that's fine and good. I'm one of those people, but when I get news like this, that kills it all for me across the board. It's like, awesome looking titles, that's nice, I don't want to have to be online all the time. You're currently listening and viewing an individual that doesn't really like playing online at all. But I'm going to have a single player game. Why the fuck am I online? How are you going to go and argue that? Are you making this experience better somehow by me being online all the time? Tell me. Oh, what about all the people that don't have internet? I'm dead fucking serious. The people that have to go somewhere where there is Wi-Fi. And yes, it does fucking exist. What about people that live out in the country, out in the sticks, out in the fucking boonies, out in the East Kabumfuck, where their internet connection is either completely and utterly null and void, does not work whatsoever, or is spotty as all motherfucking shit? What about them? They don't count? Hashtag deal with it. Hashtag go fuck yourself. Hashtag not gonna buy your shit. Hashtag you should be fired, dickhead. Look, I may be sitting here ranting and whatnot, but I've genuinely thought this through from the very first time that I heard about a system being online all the time. I just thought, I will take my money elsewhere. It's a deal breaker. That's all that there is to it. When I was talking about the no used games thing, deal breaker. That's all that there is to it. There are certain things that in no way does it benefit the consumer. And there's no justification for it other than the fact that they just want to have more control over everything that you do and everything that you purchase and everything that you play. I read between the lines. You want the console to be online all the time because you want complete and utter control over our experience. That's all that there is to it. And frankly, fuck you. I don't want you to have complete control over it. After I give you the $60, that's all you get. That's what I believe. But, online all the time, that means that it is a rental service. You're providing us with an item, a piece of entertainment. Temporarily. That's all that there is to it. When I buy stuff, I'm supposed to keep it permanently. Not according to Microsoft. Hashtag deal with it. We can eventually make that into a fucking meme. Adam Orth, hashtag deal with it. How about this? All my words that I'm saying right now, hashtag deal with it. All the comments that you see down below, hashtag deal with it. Every single forum of every single website that has talked about this and discussed it in great detail, hashtag deal with it. Oh, your Twitter's now set to private because you couldn't handle all the people telling you to fuck off? Hashtag deal with it. Maybe you could, I don't know, hashtag not be an asshole. Hashtag understand people's problems. Hashtag just don't be a fucking dick. Oh, hashtag you didn't. Amazing. Truly amazing. But, again, this is something I've tackled before, I've talked about before, and I'm going to continue talking about it because it fucking sucks. Ever since I started this YouTube channel, what have I done? I've talked about things that, if it's fucked up, then I'm going to sit there and poke and prod it and shine a fucking light on it right in its face till it's sitting there squinting and it's like, can't really handle that, and yeah. I'm going to have my problems with it. I'm going to say what I have to say about it. Say something about this. For the love of fucking gaming, say something about this. I know that I tell everybody, hey, share your opinions and thoughts and feelings, because frankly, I like when people talk about this stuff. I like when people have something to say. Even if you don't fucking agree with me, I don't give a shit. That's fine. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. It's a free fucking country. Say what you want to say. You agree, you disagree, you don't fucking like the guy, you do like the guy, you're gonna get the console, you're not gonna get the console, what the fuck ever, comment, make a video response if you want to talk in much greater detail and you don't feel like going and plastering paragraph after paragraph, be like, continue. If you want to do that, what the fuck ever, I don't give a shit, just say something. Because we as consumers, we as gamers, if we accept shit like this, then it'll become the norm, and then it will just go downhill more and more and more. We have the power with our wallets. We have the power with the money. You spend the money, you give it to them, then they will continue doing this shit because they see that you find it to be acceptable. I say, fuck that. Even if it's something that you genuinely want with all of your heart. There's alternatives. Go get a PC. Go get a PS4. Go get a Wii U. There you go. And maybe then they'll learn their lesson. And in so long as we're going and expressing these thoughts and feelings and opinions to the big fucking CEOs and all the fucking suits who sit around a big lavish table going and sipping on some kind of expensive ass coffee and tea, and they're just like, wow, so a couple million people around the world are all saying the same exact thing. Maybe we should do something like that. Maybe. Yeah, that's definitely right. So, whatever you gotta say, go ahead and say it. We have the power! Hoo! Anyway, so this is AlphaOmegaSin. As always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on.